I feel very lucky to have been employed by the University of Westminster's Film School for 40 years. The university have a long and rich tradition in film and photography education, and I greatly benefited from that. Generations of talented and enthusiastic students and staff have been inspired by this commitment to film, and I want this tradition to continue as film develops in the digital future. On February 21st, 1896, here in the Great Hall at the Polytechnic Institution at 309 Regent Street, now the University of Westminster, 54 people paid 1 shilling to be the first cinema audience in Great Britain. The audience had come to see Joost and Louis Lumiere's film program, being shown on their new invention, the cinematograph. The importance of the polyscreening was that the technology for projecting living photographs had arrived. In marketing terms, it was the birth of the British film industry. Oh! The picture craze would follow. But back to that first screening. It was a 60-foot throw and an image of 6 foot by 4 foot 6 inches. One reviewer said, "The effect is really most wonderful." Another wrote, "It was so wonderful, it left me breathless with surprise." Why had the Lumiere brothers chosen to show their films at the Polytechnic? Well, in the 1850s, the institution had been world famous for amazing magic lantern shows. Here, in a production of The Siege of Delhi, we see a lantern image which is 20 foot across. And for sound effects, there are at least 7 Foley artists working behind the screen. The lanterns weren't moving pictures, but the lantern artists certainly had ways to make us imagine movement.
Darling, I love you. Ooh, look at this.
The lanternists had inspired the film pioneers to find solutions. As Cecil Hepworth said, the spirit of motion pictures was in the air and had been for many years, and many inventors and artists had contributed to the creation of film. The zoetrope, Muybridge's trotting horses, Edson's kinetoscope, and others all contributed to that first screening in the Great Hall. The Regent Street Cinema is the birthplace of British cinema, and it must be the place where we continue to discover film's achievements from the past as well as those still to arrive. If the funds can be raised, this will be the place to celebrate the old and the stars of the future. I certainly can't wait to see the first feature film premiere and a chance to see award-winning student films like these from our Westminster Film School.
500. How about I break your hands?
त्या दिवशी अरवाळीच माळावर गेलो पंढरीला हुडकायला पाहिलं तर समोर पंढरी झाडाला लटकलेलं.
That's okay, Mum. Everything in life goes from a state of order to a state of chaos.
You do it.
Close my eyes.
Close your eyes.
There was a bank robbery, for fuck's sake. Someone was shot. All we had to do was show up. Where the hell was the reporter?
But how do we achieve this wonderful cinema? Through lottery funding, donations and the sales of seats, the Development Office has found 2/3 of the £6 million necessary to revive the cinema. Like some of our graduates, I've discovered how easy it is to donate and name a seat. Just contact the Development Office. You can also become an ambassador on the Regent Street Cinema supporters group. We beat the drum and try to collect funds, however small, to revive the cinema. So, why don't you join us?
Cut. Great.
Nice one.